Okay, I'll try and stay really still. Is it chill?
We're good, homie.
Okay, cool.
Man, I'm so glad to see you. What's up, buddy?
Dude, it's good to be back, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Shit. Released that album. Uh, yeah, got married recently.
Wow, congratulations, dude. That's
Thank you.
awesome.
Thanks, man. I gotta move a little bit. I gotta get a better angle. All right.
Yeah, I like being married, man. It makes my life a little more I don't know, dude, like a little more legitimately like buttoned up. Like I'm a little more put together because I have responsibilities and a woman that is not going to put up with my bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Same. It's like that level of commitment. I think, like, yeah, it feels different, but it's good. Uh, yeah, it's great.
That's cool, man. Well, I'm going to say my hello to the crowd and we'll get going.
Cool.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to the Punk Rock Review Podcast. I got Tommy from Slugger out of California hanging out with me again. Super glad to have him back, man. So, yeah. So we were just saying hello, and I got to say congratulations on the new record.
Thanks, man.
It is ridiculous. Like, it is so good.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Man, yeah, I did like a live stream listening to the whole thing, and like, I went from being like, man, I like this, to like by the end of it, I was like, what is happening, dude? It was
sick.
Good times, man. Good times.
I'm glad that was the reaction, man. We spent a long time on it. So
did you? Yeah.
Well, those songs, like, I mean, I started writing songs for that record, not even counting the ones that we like re-recorded for the full length or covers or whatever. Like a lot of those songs I started writing back in like 2018, 2019.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I mean, it was like really intense time for me, society, all that shit.
Right.
And I mean, fortunately for us, but unfortunately, I don't know how much like for everybody, I don't know if any of that craziness is going to stop. So I hope it has some kind of staying power.
We need, yeah, like you said, kind of like, unfortunately, we need a record like that. But hey, at least if we need the record, it exists, right? We could need the record and not have the record, and that would be terrible. So, yeah, man, like I'm not in here to like, freak out and fanboy out, but I was really impressed by that, man. And I just I don't know, man. The bass playing is getting a lot of compliments. I love how your vocals have come along. I think that not that I needed them to change at all, but they've gotten better. So
thank you, man.
Yeah, no worries.
No, I appreciate that. I think I mean, Justin, I mean, he's kind of the reason we, like, our bassist, he's the reason we kind of got signed in the first place. I think because he just, I don't know, like his playing really stands out. It's really good.
It's good. Very good.
Yeah, and it's funny you bring up the vocals, because actually I blew my voice out immediately. And it was my voice was all blown out and crazy. So I'm glad I have everyone fooled. I don't know, man. I think our producer Jack, he's awesome and he kills it. Like with vocals and stuff. Like he's really good at mixing it, and I don't know. I just like everybody put their heart and soul into it.
That's obvious.
But thank you, man. Obvious. I'm glad. I was kind of worried about the vocals, so
no, they sound great. I like them. I think they're perfect for the record too. And your producer deserves a pat on the back, because I mentioned at least a couple of times in my review, like the mix is done so well that like I think you guys, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but we're aiming for a particular type of sound, and you achieved that. But within achieving that, you didn't sacrifice hearing some of the instruments, because like, you know how that goes. Sometimes you'll hear a record and it's like, man, it's really good, but I can't hear the drums at all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, bro, everything's pretty evenly leveled, with the exception of a couple times where he brings the bass forward, but I think that's by design. Here and there will be a lead brought forward, maybe a gang vocal brought forward a little bit, but it flows, man. It's got a nice rhythm, and and there's a bunch of fast songs, bunch of gang vocals. Bro, I'm telling you, man, you should be very proud of that record.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what I was. After seeing you guys play live, that's my first time seeing y'all play, right? I thought like, dude, this full length's gonna be good. Like, I was like, oh shit, there's an energy with your live show that's it's contagious, and that's awesome, man. So what do y'all what's the reception? It's only been out a few days. So
Yeah.
how has it been? Have you heard from anybody? Anybody's reached out and said they like it or anything?
Yeah, dude, lots of people. It's actually like it's pretty humbling because we've been sitting, like, we recorded the record like over a year ago now, and we were like making sure like everything was perfect, but we were like, dude, like, are we, because that's one thing that can happen a lot, and it's happened to some of my like previous bands where we just sat, we like recorded a full length, but we just sat on it, and it just kind of like rotted in the nest. So I was like, I don't know, there was like, I was really worried that was going to be the case, and that nobody would care, but people fucking, they like it, man.
Well,
It's humbling, honestly. It's really humbling.
isn't it a cool feeling though?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, because you listen, I had so much time to listen to it,
Right.
and like you're like every time I listen to it, it's like hot or cold. Like I love it or I hate it. And I'm just imagining like people's reactions. I'm like, they're gonna hate it, bro. Like they're gonna hate the
No way,
vocals or
man.
whatever. But man, people seem to like genuinely like it, not just be kind of like hyping us up because they love like us or as people or whatever.
Right,
So,
right.
it's
Yeah.
a good feeling.
Sometimes it's hard to like take what the homies say a little serious because you're like, yeah, but you're my friend and you're not going to be a dick because you're my friend. And I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
And
for
so,
sure.
yeah. I get
Yeah.
a similar feeling whenever somebody tells me that they like my channel. It's the weirdest thing. I'm always like, dang, that's cool because I like doing it, but that don't mean anybody else likes it. So I'm like, thank you, man. That's awesome. Yeah, same exact feeling, I'm sure.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's so important too. Like it's like doing what you do, doing interviews and shit. Like, it's like I got my degree in history, and so like to me, it's like any evidence, anything. Same thing with like, it's the history of a scene. I mean, dude, how much shit right now, like on like really specific Instagram pages, is like getting dug up from just like the shit, like a zine from like Connecticut in
Dude, I'll get
1986 or whatever.
yes.
Like, no, nothing on Connecticut, but like as somebody from California or whatever, it's like,
Well, yeah. How are you
it's
going to
like
know
a
about that?
world, but I'm like engaged with this shit because
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
No,
So
that's
it's like anything's important, man. And the internet, it's such a bigger paper trail too. It's a lot easier to
yes.
find.
I 1,000,000% understand that. What you're saying about like a small Instagram page posting something from some like local Connecticut show from 1997, and you're like,
Yeah.
dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And being from Houston, it's the same thing. I'm a world away from that stuff. So yeah, it's interesting, man. Like I'm even going far as to like do videos on 77 Punk stuff I never even listened to.
Mhm.
And like I'm going back and finding out that, oh, I do like the Clash. It's just I don't like the albums that everybody else talks about. I like
Right.
their first. Like it's fulfilling me in a way, and I'm learning as much as I am, documenting and teaching anybody anything. I don't feel like I'm an authority on anything. So that's pretty cool. And like if everything goes well, Friday I'm flying into LA, and I got a pretty big interview set up.
Sick.
And bro, it's a big one, man. And
Badass, man. Flying out for it, dude.
that's how big it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's I don't know, man. I think that this might be the thing that makes the channel kind of take off, and I think the dude knows that too, and so he's kind of like, "Yo, let me help you get this and this situated, and hey, send me out some talking points, and we'll get everything situated so we can get the best quality content." And I'm like, "This is wild, man. I'll send you a text in a minute, and you'll be like, what? Like,
Dude. Yeah,
it's wild, man. But
so
that's cool. It's man, we're in such a weird place with punk right now. I feel like it's at like a okay, you remember how in the 90s? Wait, how old are you again?
I'm 30, but
Okay.
I've been going to shows since I was like 9, and I'm pretty into the history of it. So
I just wanted to, I couldn't remember what your age was. So like, but okay, so remember back in the 90s, whenever like, let's say the Offspring and Green Day like popped, and then like after that, Rancid and NoFX got pretty big as like a byproduct of that.
yeah,
I feel like we got the Rancid and No Effects without having to deal with the Green Day and Offspring stuff. Like right now, and look, no
it depends
shade
on
on
what
those
scene
bands.
you're in, man.
Do what?
I said it depends on what scene you're in.
That's true. But I mean, look, and no shade on Green Day and Offspring. I
Yeah,
still listen to both of those bands.
Yeah,
But like right now, there's like this resurgence, but we don't have anybody that's as big as Green Day and Offspring anymore.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But we do have some bands that are pretty popular right now, and it's like,
Yeah.
man, I feel like the scene has got this resurgence, and it couldn't have come at a better time. I think that as a world, a country, a community, we're all hurting right now, and so
yeah, man. I mean, and like the cool thing about hardcore now that, and I mean, like I don't, or like hardcore DI, like DI. I always say hardcore is like a catch-all for all this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like I'm in an oi band, but to me, it's like fucking.
I do the same thing with the word
because that's you know, but fucking like I don't know, man. Like the thing about now that's so fucking cool is like the ethics with it. Because I remember coming up, there was so many older dudes, and I'm sure there still is. Anytime you have like a somewhat popular like subculture, you know, there's gonna be a lot of people who are just kind of like tourists in it or whatever. Or they get like they do their time and leave. But man, the ethic of this shit, like, you know, I was in my hometown, this like relatively young like hardcore band just came through. I didn't book the show. I didn't even like, I'd heard of the band, but I didn't really know them. And they're all like in their early 20s. I just turned 30, so I'm all like, you know, I'm a little bit from a different, like the different time or whatever. And
yeah,
like,
for sure,
dude. It's just like, you know, it's kind of the first time I think I've experienced, or one of the first times I've experienced it, where like there's cats like way younger than me who came into this shit from like a way different perspective than I did.
It's weird, isn't it?
But like the ideas are there, like the ethics are there, the feeling of it is there, and I think that's really, I don't know, that's really cool because it's not just like, oh, here's this popular thing and like, you know, buy the trading cards or whatever and fuck off.
Watching a 20-year-old pass out hand printed flyers in 2024. I just want to go, good job, young man, and pat him on the shoulder and take a flyer and put it in my back pocket and be like, I'm gonna hang this one on my wall too, bro. Like, don't even trip, man. Like, I carry around a lanyard that's got like my little channel logo, my label logo on the back, and then on the back side of it's like two little things. On the back side of one of them is like a QR code, so I can take it to my LinkedIn, because like you have to take advantage of all the stuff that's available, right?
Right.
But it's very similar to passing out flyers. I'm like, hey man, if you like this stuff, check out my channel, scan, and they're like, oh, that's cool. And, man, it's the same kind of thing. And I'm like using the young kid technology. They're using the old guy, you know, ways of doing things with the flyers and stuff. And watching kids print their own shirts, watching dudes put their own records out, watching all these little labels spring up. Like, I did a label 22 years ago. So like this label I'm doing now, while it's amazing, it's not like super new. I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world, right? I love doing it. Like, I'm so honored to be working with the people I'm working with. But it's like watching these other like young people do it, and I'm getting questions like, "Hey, how do you do this?" I'm like, "Oh man, that's crazy, bro!" Like, I'm glad it's around still. Is the point, kind of?
Yeah, man. It's like music for music's sake. It's like creating for creation's sake, dude. Like, you don't need to pay somebody. The goal doesn't have to be to fucking catch a sponsorship, you know?
Right.
Even though there are people who are doing that, like, dude,
sure, yeah.
If that's your goal, like, cool, but there's other motivations and there's other rewards for doing this shit. And one of them is like, oh, dude, you guys have a zine? Like, what the fuck? Your scene has a zine? Like, I'm gonna get it, dude. I want to have it, you know.
Those young people, especially in Texas, they take inspiration from Ryan. I mean, look at all the stuff he does. Like, that dude is like, you know, he's an OG. I guess I'm probably an OG too. We're like the same age. Like, me and him, like, we're the same age. We do something slightly different, but you know, I had a band. I don't want to say the name yet because I don't know if they're ready for me to say that on here yet. But there's a band that I talked to, and I was really interested in putting out a record for them. And I hit them up, and they were pretty interested. And then when they got back to me, they took like 2 weeks, and I was a little surprised it took so long. And I get a phone call, and the dude's like, yeah, man. He's like, I didn't really want to call you because I didn't want to have to tell you that I think we're going to do it ourselves. And I was like, oh, I mean, that's whatever, bro. It's up to you, man. I was like, that's cool. Can make sure I get a copy. That's all I care about. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, that's all I really wanted to do is get a free copy. I'll put it out myself. I get a free copy. And he's like, he started laughing. And I was like, just out of curiosity, like, why are you guys putting it out? And he was like, well, if you put it out and it cost X dollars, then we got to charge, let's say $14 for it, whatever. And I was like, okay. And they were like, if we put it out, we can charge 10. And I was like, yeah, good point. I was like, yeah, I mean, you have to charge more when you have a middleman, and I would be the middleman at that point. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I said that's if your goal is to only make sure that units are moved so that people can have it, I was like, dude, go for it. And I was like, hell
yeah, dude.
Yeah, I said, if you ever decide to change your mind, I will sell them to you at cost. And he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, man, I'm not trying to rip nobody off or like get rich, bro. I'm trying to help out people. I said, I said, but if you got questions, hit me up. And so we've been talking, and I've been kind of walking them through the process of doing some stuff. And I was like, no, dude, do it yourself, man. If you got the money, do it yourself. I'm just the guy that has some disposable income sometimes, so it helps bands that don't have that. And I was like, if you got that, dude, bro, I'll answer all your questions. I will walk you through the whole process.
That's such a radical, so much music is free. So that, like, dude, that is such a sick, radical fucking approach. It's just to be like, yo, dude, like, we don't want to get signed by anybody.
Dude, even me who wouldn't even be
less. Like, that's sick.
And we're talking like $14 would have been like making almost no money on it, bro. And I was like, bro, I was proud though. I was like, yo, that's a good, because like, look, if I was doing this stuff to make a lot of money, I would be laughed at because it doesn't make any sense. You don't make a lot of money. If you can make your label sustainable and make it do its own thing where you're not having to constantly shove money down it, that's the actual goal.
Right.
Not
like to sustain it.
Not make money. So like I've already put a undisclosed amount of money into it, right? I think 2025 will probably be the year where it starts to just kind of click on its own. And then I put a release out and then I get some money back. And then I put another release out and then I get some money back. Because I've got 4 or 5 releases that are really good on the way. And it's an interesting thing, man. Who are y'all with? I don't have the vinyl yet. I ordered some, but they haven't gotten here yet.
Oh, we're with Long Shot.
Long Shot. I knew that. Yeah, Long Shot. Good
and
label.
Then Try and Stop Me Records in Europe. It's
in
like
Europe?
a joint thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's who I bought. That's right. I'm so dumb. I knew it was Long Shot because I bought the records through Long Shot. I bought like 4 of them. I was like, I need all of it. I was like, that's my homie, dude. I was like, I want all of it. I bought some other stuff too. I think they did like Commenter and Sec Baby.
Yeah, that one came out.
Okay. Yeah. So
I still haven't had a chance to listen to it, but that one came out like at the same
time. I love all the resurgence of all these like indie labels that are like, no, we're on Bandcamp. You can find us on Bandcamp, and we have like a Discog store. So like you can get through us through there, or if you got an email address, we'll send you an email. I love it because I have to buy things wholesale for my store, and that's where I started meeting all these people was for shop inventory because I want to buy stuff directly from people making it. Just if nothing else, it ain't got nothing to do with saving money. I want to make sure that if I give you $15, that you're getting $15. Yeah, and I'm not going to give you $15 and you're getting 7. Like, no, thank you. I'd rather just go straight to the guy that's making it. And we all have our own wholesale prices set up to make sure that we can at least make our money back. So
yeah, man. I mean, and just like keep it going forward, and honestly, the fucking goal should be to be on like a cool indie label. I think.
Right.
Like the goal should be to be on a label with somebody, who like can, I guess help you make it sustainable, but like somebody who really who really cares.
That's the goal.
We had considered, because Long Shot's put out everything. Like the demo, the 10-inch was supposed to be just like a demo tape. And Long Shot was like, let's do a record, which was crazy to us. But they did it because they care, they and Try and Stop Me too. Like those dudes care.
Dude, wait till you see these bullshit detector 7-inches I'm putting out, bro. Yes.
Yeah, man.
I tell you, it'll be obvious that I care as soon as you see them.
Straight up, dude. Straight up. And I don't know. It shows like that's
fun, bro.
The coolest labels are those labels. It's like,
dude.
I don't know, Discord or
Well, I'm gonna put John from Empire Down on blast in a good way. He said something to me that like damn near had me cry. I was like, man, I can't believe I'm getting to work with all these bands that I love, dude. And he was like, man, you're a good dude. And he's like, we're gonna make sure that every American hardcore band wants to be on your label. And I was like, oh, bro, I was like, bro, like, oh, like, man,
dude, bro,
that got me in the feels, bro. I was like, oh, I'm so glad I put all this on my credit card now. Like,
yeah,
bro,
it's more money, bro. Better,
bro. I don't, dude. One of my friends at my other day job that I had a while back, he asked me, he's like, bro, you just put it on your credit card? I was like, well, yeah, but I pay the credit card off. And I was like, whenever I sell inventory, that money just goes to the credit card. I don't really have it. It doesn't, I don't see it in my pocket. It's basically a little card that goes, you can put out a record when you pay this off. And then I pay it off and then I put a record out. And then he's like, oh, I was like, yeah, bro, it's not hard. I was like, I said, it's just money, man. I was like, at the end of the day, I got a record collection that if I get bad off enough, I'll just sell it. Like, I don't care.
Yeah,
like,
dude, we all got that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, the rainy day fund.
Yeah, dude. Like, if I need
record boxes or whatever.
I got some silver and I got some records and I got a couple other things. You know, I just want to keep doing because, man, I used to be a drug addict, bro. And if I told somebody the amount of money I spent on drugs, they wouldn't even believe me.
Yeah.
2012, I can tell you right now that in 2012, the second half of the year, I spent $70,000 on narcotics.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And
it's a motivating thing, bro. It's a motivating, you know,
like looking at that now, I'm like, yeah, addiction's very motivating. You're like, man, I gotta feel better. Yeah. Feeling bad is the worst thing, bro. Discomfort is, people are cowards. I'm a big giant wimp, dude. I can't be uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, it gets worse, bro. It just turns into a fucking. It's not just uncomfortable, bro.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Like, I didn't want to. Yeah, well, yeah. It's a nightmare. It's uncomfort to like the nth degree. But you know, but that's the bottom line, is that I didn't want to feel that discomfort. And and when I think about it, like even right now saying that, I'm like, man, with that kind of money, I know exactly what I could do with that money now. And not only would I have like the best label on the planet if I had that kind of money right now, I'd have a better channel. My kids would be chilling. Like, I'm just thinking, I'm like, oh, what an idiot. So I'm trying to make up for lost time, man. I just want to keep doing and doing so that people can be like, yeah, that guy had a lot of fun. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're headed in the right direction, man. I mean, I think, you know, earlier, like you were talking about being like an OG or whatever. Like, dude, that, like, to me, the people I appreciated the most is like a youngster coming up was like older people who didn't like just sell out and fuck off into like, I don't know, like, and again, no shade, but like building cars or like, you know, doing some other shit, you know, like it was like, oh damn, like you didn't give up on this. And you didn't give up on like people who feel like me. So like you're the coolest person in the world. I think like any amount of perpetuating DIY music, the freedom of expression and standing up for what you fucking believe in, like any amount of that is beautiful and good.
Oh, dude.
And well worth it, man. It's worth
absolutely
more money. You know, that's what I spend my money on. You know, like having family and responsibilities is, you got to handle that shit.
No, that's A1, bro. That's first. That's first. But
yeah, everything else, dude.
You know what's funny? There's like a certain amount of like, I guess comfort would be the word. I don't know if it's the right word or not. But when I go to a show and I look around and there's like 5 dudes my age, but I know them all, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Hey, bro. And then you see all the young kids, and then they start recognizing that you're there all the time. They're like, hey, who is that guy? And they're like, oh, he's Ohad Randall. He's been here since 2000, been going to shows in Houston, 25, 30 years. And, oh, that's cool, man. And then one of them will be like, oh, I've seen that dude at a YouTube channel. And like, so it being the old guy is kind of fun because kids will start, when they pay attention, they'll realize that they probably know somebody that you know. Although it was really weird. I was talking to somebody the other day. I can't remember the guy's name, but I was like, yeah, he's like, so somebody told me you have a label. And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, I did this, this, and this. And he goes, oh, that's my stepkid. And I put out like his kid's music. And I was like, whoa, man, I feel old. I was like, oh my goodness. It was funny, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out Poppers, dude. Good kids, man. I love those guys.
Yeah.
So what's going on with the record right now? So you guys have we're over here just ranting our mouths about old head shit.
Yeah, dude. I could, man. All night. I could rock it.
What's going on with the record? What are you guys doing with it right now? Because, man, I'm telling you, I want to see it live. So please come to Texas again.
Yeah, dude. We talk about it, man. Texas fucking rock, bro. I think that's up there in like top tour memories for me ever was Texas. Everything we've done in this band, but Texas was badass, man. We want to come back. It's funny, we keep we keep talking about like prospective tours, like, oh, we should do it East Coast, or like, oh, we should do it Midwest. And like we're always like, okay, but how do we get back down to Texas in that? You know what I mean? Like, okay, we could end in like Georgia or something, and then on the coming down the East Coast,
Right.
and then just shoot, or go
Straight
down
down.
to Florida and then right over, But yeah, man, dude. Let's see, what do we actually got going on? So, I think we're the first big thing that I can talk about is
For sure.
is LA Punk Invasion.
Oh, y'all are playing that?
Yeah, we are. We're playing with some crazy man.
That lineup is ridiculous.
It is. It's insane. I thought there's bands playing that I thought everybody was dead in. So it's crazy. And maybe they are.
Yes.
No, I mean it's it's punk. So you never know with old bands.
Dude,
but,
so like 2 hours ago I had Dave from Cliff 45. His new band is called his new band Before Dawn. I'm putting their record out with them.
Damn, dude, that's
cool. Dude, it's got Perry from Templars is in that band.
No shit,
bro. I'm telling you, dude. I got some stuff in the the works, dude. I'm like really hype on.
Yeah, no, that's badass.
Me and Dave share a birthday, and it's right around the time of that LA Punk Invasion, so I might be there, bro.
Dude, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it out there.
Come through, man. That'd be so sick. It'd be sick to see you.
If I do that, I'll be filming all the sets that I can film too. You know me, I'll be out there with my camera, like
yeah.
Oh man,
so I had to pull up the calendar.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Before that, and I don't know why I didn't even think about it. The December next month we're touring with Scowl. We're doing like a little run with Scowl because they're homies. And I'm booking a show for them in my home or my town I live in on the 6th, and then we're doing that, and then then it's LA Punk Invasion in March after that. But we're really trying to pack in as much as we can.
Yeah, sure.
We got invited to go out to Europe. Nothing announced yet.
That's the dream right there.
But yeah, dude, we're trying to dunk it. We're trying to,
dude. You will, man. So Scowl, isn't that female fronted hardcore band?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting bill.
Yeah, man.
Scowl.
me and another member of the band. I won't put them on blast, but we're like, you know what? It's the lineup that nobody asked for, but fuck it, they're getting it anyway, dude.
No, I would go to that show. If I saw that on a flyer, I'd be like, what? I gotta be there for this.
Yeah, well, Scowl rips, and honestly, like, I think all their music's fucking great. And I know where they're coming from, and honestly, I fucking toured with them, and even like before COVID, my band The Choice toured with them.
Oh, nice.
So
you know them way back.
Yeah. So they're really good friends. Like I honestly, like, I could sit here for a long time and talk about how cool that band is and those people and how fucking down they are. And like, yeah, I love that band, and it's gonna be fun as fuck. And I don't know, it's hardcore.
That's rad.
It's all hardcore, so it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be
I was gonna say, whenever you're like on record, y'all have a sonic difference in sound, but live it's way more similar.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? So like it'll be fine. It'll sound awesome. Like it'll be a good time. That'll be a fun time.
Yeah. Well, and two, like, I don't know, man. I think in the new, and this might have been something we talked about last time, but like, or last time one of the times we talked. Is like it's just like mixed bills. Like what we did talk about that. To get introduced to like new shit, or something different. Like mixed bills are what it's about, man. That's where new things.
I've seen some pretty cool flyers over the years of like where I'm like, man, that's a wild lineup, and it's always like that's kind of a rad show. I saw I didn't see it. It's on my wall at my store. I have a show poster from like 2001 or so. And it was the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones with Flogging Molly and Sum 41. Like, what a strange lineup. You got like a Celtic
kind of crazy
folk punk band with like a ska core band and then a pop punk band. Like, that's weird. And like,
it's an early 2000s ass lineup for sure.
It really is, dude. It really is.
I saw one of my first shows was Flogging Molly.
That's so good. I saw them with 7 people in the crowd. And when he sang the song about his dad, it was just him and that old beat up acoustic guitar, and the light was just on him, and he was playing it and singing it. And I just could not stop crying because my dad had died probably a few years before that, and I was still pretty young, and I was real like just life was tough back then, man. I didn't have a place to live really, and I was just bouncing from like couch to couch. You know how it is when you're super young and also like into a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
wild.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's authentic music, dude. Like, I think, you know, there was a big, and I mean, like, there's certain aspects of some of that, like, because I was like into the Irish shit when I was a kid. When I was like, you know, like 9, 10, that was like what I first like got into. I think there's a lot of that, like the sentiment of that probably ultimately like culminated in me like getting really fucking into Oi later. You know, so I can't deny that shit.
Probably though. That mean, I mean,
but like it's just I don't know. A lot of that's like authentic ass music, dude.
Well,
like
you can get from
and shit. Like
I love
it.
You can get from Flogging Molly to Dropkick Murphys to the Bruisers to Cox Bar very, very quick.
Yep, right there, dude.
Right and there. I mean, that's probably how I got introduced into it mostly. So I'm 100% not. I don't know if I'm actually 100% Irish, but my mom's maiden name is Flanagan, and my last name is Patty. So like.
Damn.
I'm definitely not German. So like
for sure.
You're right, you know what I'm saying? So like so when I heard Flogging Molly, I literally was like, my people. Like what is going on here?
Dude, for me it was funny because like I'm not Irish at all. I'm Italian. But I just like wanted something so bad because I was like the only Italian kid. And I was like, oh shit.
I just said I wanted something so bad.
Some shit I can claim.
That's awesome, bro.
And they're like about being Catholic kind of, and I was raised Catholic, so I was like, yeah, we're fucking hard and we're Catholic, bro.
We're hard and we're Catholic. Dude, you need to get a shirt that says that, bro. Oh man. Like you know Ryan might actually make a shirt that says that. Ryan Taylor.
Yeah.
We're liberty and justice. We're hard and we're Catholic.
We're hard and Catholic. Hard body Catholics, dude.
Hey, shout out my boy Clay if you're watching this. You know exactly why I'm saying this right now, bro. We're hard and we're Catholic, dude. Oh man. So dude, I'm so glad to talk to you, bro. We have so much fun.
It's good,
just
man.
like cutting up and acting silly, bro. This is such a unprofessional podcast, and I love it, dude. People
be
like,
bro, that's all of them are, dude. The best ones are. Are you kidding me?
Right?
That's why people like it because it's.
Dude, this guy told me he's like, you need to learn how to shut up, and I was like, you think I don't know that? I was like, bro, I definitely know that. I was like, I'm sorry, like,
you know what though, dude? Good on you for like, because dude, I criticize as an artist and as a creative person, I criticize my shit so much.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
If there wasn't like 3 other people, 4 other people, not to mention like all our friends who help out with art, you know, all like the people produce, like if there wasn't like a bunch of people behind my music, like Slugger specifically, like no one would ever hear it. You know, no one would ever hear it, bro. If it was just me, I would never, because I'm so, you know, so good for you for learning, bro, and just keep going.
My thing is like I accept my flaws because if I don't, I'm gonna be miserable all the time. And like I know where I stand with people like you and Ryan and Richard from BSD and John from Empire Down and Dave from Clip 40. I know where I stand with you guys. So I don't care if some kid on the internet tells me I talk too much. I know that I talk too much. I was born and bred to do something that involved talking. Like it's just what I'm good at or bad at.
Bro. Me.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yo, I'm gonna make a shirt that says the Punk Rock Review and then it just says straight yapping on that bitch. I have to, dude. I have to make that now.
I'd wear it, dude. Send me one.
I will 100% send you one. I got one right now that I'm making. It just says the Punk Rock Review in Old English, and it's got a picture of my dog's face on it, and it just says "It is what it is," and he's just like with a little snaggle tooth. I'm like, bro,
yeah, badass, badass.
So, what have you been up to lately outside of getting the record ready? Okay, sorry. How long has the record been ready? Like before it came out, was it just kind of hanging tight, or has it been done for a while and you're just kind of over it, or is it like still super exciting and fresh?
So, oh man,
well, I guess you said you wrote it. You said you wrote it like a year ago. So
well, we recorded it like a year ago, and we got it mixed pretty quick. the thing we were hanging up with was art, because we, there was some art, like we all had different ideas about what we wanted to do, and we wanted it. I don't know, man. It's weird because I don't know. There's so many fucking albums, dude. Like your Bandcamp feed,
Dude,
like you're just strolling through, and so you want something that's not like what everybody else is doing, but you still want something that like conveys what you are, which is just a fucking punk rock band. So like, how do you make it? And then like, we wanted something meaningful, so we wanted like somebody to do art for it, and I don't know. We ultimately just decided, like, we got the photographer homie to just be like, yo, we're gonna go to some abandoned ass like post-industrial spots in NorCal, because NorCal is like a little rust belt. It used to be like a big like industrial zone, man. Lots of logging, mining, shit like that. And it's all, and railroads, and all of it's gone now. So, with the title of the album, and kind of how like we grew up, like me and Clay specifically, and how we viewed the whole thing, we just, we decided to roll that way. And the homie Travis did great job on the photos. Brian, the dude who designs everything for us, he knocked it out of the park, and we finally got it together. But it took us a while. It was really just the art that was hanging us up.
Yeah,
like almost a year.
Art's a pain in the butt because, like, okay, as an example, I like the cover of I haven't seen the whole record yet. Again, I'm waiting on it to get here, but I like the cover art, like that train with the was Dead State already there, or was that added when y'all got there?
No, it was there.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Well, that's way cooler now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was pretty cool anyways, but like, I honestly thought you were gonna be like, well, yeah, we put that there, but you're like, no, it was already there. Well, shit, I feel like a doofus, but I like the cover art already. But I think it's funny because somebody could see that. Okay, so this is a two-pronged comment. Like, okay, yes, there are so many albums, and cover art is just so hard to like really nail. I think that the stuff I got from Richard for the 2 7-inches I'm doing, I really like where they got that from. The person that created it, it's got a style that fits their sound a lot. So I'm really just fortunate that I saw it and I was like, yep. I didn't have to even go, what do you guys think? No, I was like, oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It'll be, but like you do have to have something that represents you. I feel like that image represents your band pretty well. The high contrast or higher contrast, black and white. I don't know. I like it a lot. I think it's cool, man.
But, yeah, dude, it was kind of cool because it's kind of a homecoming for me, like, because that's like by where I grew up, and like grew up with the trains going behind, like, the town was like rocking pretty good. Everything, went to shit. Tore up the train tracks, and it's a massive train graveyard.
Whoa.
Yeah, just out like in the woods. And like also too, like small town shit. It was like a lot of the abandoned trains, or even before they tore them all up, just like there'd be trains out in the woods, logging industry stuff, and we just go and hang out in them. And so
I was gonna ask, does anybody live in those things?
Not that I've seen, because there's like locals. It's weird. It's like it's one of those things that for I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to blow it up. I think this is probably a safe podcast, but for where it's at, it's kind of crazy. It's not like recognized or blown out more, and there's a lot of reasons for it. A lot of it, honestly, is like travelers and like hobos and shit. They kind of regulate stuff like that. Locals and shit. Like, it's a really interesting culture. Like the railroad.
I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, the railroad thing.
Yeah, I don't want to blow it up either. I just thought, like, if I was hurting for some shelter, I would be like, oh, that's cool. I'll just go stay there for a while.
Yeah,
it may not be.
Yeah, well, it's in the mountains, so it's kind of not I mean, it's summertime. You could, sometimes people will post up in them, but you don't want to be there like this time of year.
In the winter. Yeah.
Oh fuck no, dude. Yeah, it's brutal. Yeah,
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I bet that is brutal.
They're crazy though, because there's a lot of old sleeper cars. Like, yeah, it's wild.
Man,
It's
I would love
wild.
to see that one day. Maybe I'll be able to
Yeah.
make it out there one day in my life.
Hey, if
That's
you ever
awesome.
make it to Northern California, man, let me know. I'll take you.
My uncle lives in Northern California, so that might actually happen.
Sick. Fuck yeah, dude. Come out. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that'd be so dope. Yeah, because I've only left Texas 3 times. This Friday will be my 4th time, and it's all happened
Damn.
within like the last 13 months.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so my life is very
That's
strange
sick.
right now. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
Hey, bro, it's a new chapter, dude. Just embrace
Right?
that shit. That's
No,
cool.
no, no. I am absolutely embracing it. Here, I want to see your reaction when I tell you who this is. Hold on, I'm sending you a text right now. This is funny, bro. Uh, People like, what are these fools doing?
Oh shit, dude. That's a cool one, man.
Yeah,
That's a
dude.
cool
Like
one.
when it happened, I was like, huh. I was
That's
like, this,
sick.
yeah, bro. So like, that should do some good stuff for me. I hope he's super sweet, man.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've actually had the pleasure of meeting that guy one time.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome, bro.
absolutely sweet. Yep. Absolutely like
Man,
you think.
what are your goals for the next couple of years or next like year? You trying to do tour Europe? I would assume, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. We want to hit places we haven't yet. So, East Coast is like top of the list. Europe, it's the ball's already rolling on that.
Yeah.
We're gonna go out and do that.
Y'all haven't played East Coast shows much?
We've never played the East Coast. We
Never, huh?
haven't played it all
Y'all are gonna smoke the East Coast.
yet. Thanks, man. Well, there's stiff competition, man. There's some great bands out
No,
there.
y'all will go arm in arm with them fools. Probably. It's probably going to be a nice couple of shows, I would think.
It'd be cool,
I mean,
man.
that like total positive with all due respect to everybody over there, man. I think it'll
Yeah,
be great.
yeah, man. There's some bands that would be really stoked to play with out there. Like, yeah, there's some great ones.
Dude, are you listening to any new music right now? Is there anybody that I don't know about I should know?
Dude, so fucking let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Oh yeah, Gavel.
God, wow, that's a good name.
GAVL, Florida. That shit. I think they're Florida. That band's sick. Let's see who else. Dude, I've been actually like fucking with like kind of more like hardcore lately.
Okay.
The band Extinguish from Sacramento.
I don't know them either.
Dude, I mean it's heavy. It's real heavy. But
Is it like is it metal that people are calling hardcore?
I mean, okay, this is somebody who is like I'm not normally into metal-y shit. I like hardcore punk. I like punk.
Yeah.
They're doing it good. They're doing it great. It's just fucking good. It's just great ass beater music. Oh, Corrective Measure from Maine.
Dang, bro.
Got some sick hardcore. That's just hardcore punk. Oh yes, the band Speed Plans. Great fucking hardcore punk band. They just came out with the album DUI. It's great. Give it a listen for sure. And I'm sure I'm forgetting other stuff, man.
Oh, dude, there's always bands, but we can sit here for 2 hours and still forget bands.
Yeah, dude. Well, there's so much good music right now, man. That's like, there's a lot of good stuff coming up.
I know people are probably tired of hearing me say this over the past few weeks, but like, there is a lot of good music out. But I've been diving into old music because I never got into the old stuff, and I just now heard about the Vibrators and the Boys,
dude.
like last week.
Damn, bro.
Dude, I'm in love with those 2 records with Pure Mania and Self-Titled from the Boys. It's like perfection. Like I heard it and I was like, oh man, I felt shortchanged, bro. I felt like I needed to go get a refund. I was like, hold up, bro. What is going on right now?
Yeah, that shit. I mean, it's great, dude. And yeah, people discount like the older shit because
I did.
They think like inherently, oh well, we obviously evolved,
right?
But it's like there's the evolution is cool and it creates new things, but dude, the core like that, dude, that 77 shit, like that's I got into that before I got into like American hardcore or any kind of metal. It was like the Clash, Stiff Little Fingers, Vibrators, like that, dude. That 77 shit is too good. It's too
like
good.
About a month ago now was the first time that I listened to the Clash and liked it. And Dude, I happened to have the foresight to know that there was a possibility that could happen, so I filmed it. And you can watch me be like,
Sick.
like listen. So what it was that I got a copy of "Give 'Em Enough Rope,"
Yeah.
and I had never heard it, and I was
Yeah.
like within like 5 seconds of the first song, I paused it, and I was like, I felt so dumb. I was like, oh my goodness, bro. I was like, are you serious? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Like you get
30
it.
years
Dude.
of hating on this band, and I'm like, now I
Yeah.
got to eat all this crow.
Bro, my favorite bands, dude. I got bands tattooed on my body who I fucking hated on so hard. I hated on them. I was like, I don't get this shit. Like, so I don't know. I try to be open as much as I can. Because I'll think that like whatever I'm currently into, which I'm bored of usually, is the greatest thing ever, and that nothing could ever possibly be better. That has come before or since. So
Bro,
I don't know. It is kind of funny how that works.
I like that my brain works like this. I don't like this band. And then it's like, oh, this song actually changed my mind. And I'm okay. So many people are so what's the word? When you're okay with stuff like that, like I'm comfortable with my own skin. Like I'm not at all worried about somebody not liking me or saying something negative. People aren't secure with the fact that they can change. So they're just not okay with it. And it makes them feel weird.
Right.
And so they go, oh, well, you said you didn't like this band. And I'm like, yeah, that was Tuesday, man. It's Wednesday now, bro. Like, I changed my mind. Like, you never changed your mind before. You never thought you wanted pizza and then ended up eating a hamburger and we're fine. Like, that didn't happen to you ever in your life?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I always say that I used to hate mustard and I genuinely like mustard on my sandwiches now. And people are like, what does that mean? I'm like, so I could used to hate the Clash and now I love them and it's whatever, bro. Like, if you got a problem, fight me, I guess. I don't really know what to say. Like, I'm not a big guy, but I throw a punch, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'll get down, dude. I'll defend the Clash. But fuck you.
Like, well, it's like not even that. I'll defend my ability my right to change my mind, dude. Like, kiss my butt, bro. Like,
that's the whole point. That's the whole point of this shit, man. Like, I get locking in to how you represent yourself and like wanting to be serious about like traditions and things that's
like, what they always say. Know your roots, bro.
Yeah, and like, bro, it's important because you get too far away from that and you lose ethic, you lose conviction. You can lose.
I agree.
You can lose a lot, but at the same time, like the whole purpose of this shit should be freedom.
Know your roots doesn't mean like your roots. It just means know them, and as long as I know it. But like, one guy said something. I said, I think I'm cool, bro? I never thought that. I'm a giant dork. I don't care. I was like, that's what makes this hilarious to me is that I'm a nerd and like whatever, bro.
Yeah.
And, these people get so upset.
And it's like the reason like why we like what we like. Like I have a friend who will remain nameless that he literally likes everything polar op. Like he likes shit that I hate so much, bro. Like, and I was singing, I was like meditating. I'm like, why does it piss me off that he likes this stuff? I'm like, well, he just likes whatever's popular. And I'm like, no, this is obscure shit that nobody, there's like weird, like melodic hardcore bands that nobody really cares about right now. But in my brain, I'm like, he's just a fucking, like my brain wants to make him like a poser or something. I'm like, no, dude, he likes this shit for the same reason I do. We just have different tastes. And that's cool.
That's exactly right. This is going to make some people so angry. Speaking of melodic hardcore, real quick, I got to plug. I got to plug this new Cake Eater tape that I just dropped. It's got 3 members of the Havoc, that LA street punk band. They wanted to do some hardcore. It just wasn't going to fit in the Havoc's, discography. So they put out this tape with me. Check it out. It's on my Bandcamp. Go check it out. They're really good dudes, and this music's really good. Like Comeback Kid, Bane, The Unseen, like stuff that all fits in that little big giant bubble. Man. But
I love that, and that shit's kind of melodic. So like
it's I say melodic hardcore, not like No Use for a Name melodic hardcore, like not like skate punk stuff, but like heavier. It's heavier than that.
But ultimately, we're like splitting hairs, dude. Like
dude, music's good. Music's good. Yeah, these things are rad. Dude, look at this color of this thing, dude. How pretty is that?
Ooh.
No, bro. Dude, give me your address. I'll send you one.
Dude, yeah. I'll text it to you.
For sure. Heck yeah, dude. I got to wrap up here in a minute and go do another podcast. Just like my 3rd one today, bro. My life is so strange. No, it's awesome, bro. Like, I'm not complaining. Does anybody's asking me about this? I'm not complaining. I am very grateful. I'm very humbled by all the nice people that hit me up. I'm humbled by the people that are taking their time out to be rude to me. I don't care. That's wild. Just spending your time yelling at me.
shit, bro. Any publicity is great.
Right? Mean, honestly, there's like maybe like 0.01% that might not be. Other than that, yeah, dude. Like I can't imagine somebody saying like the punk rock review, fill in the blank. Cool, thanks, man. Like appreciate it. Appreciate the shout out. Oh, we suck. That's cool.
The greatest shit, the most authentic shit is always like looked down on though.
That's
like
true.
There's always critics and people who, and then later it blows up. You just gotta keep doing it.
My main goal is to make people feel something. And it's typically I want them to feel either fulfilled with some kind of knowledge, entertained, or happy. But if that's angry and hated instead, whatever. As long as you feel something. You know, the last thing I want to do in this world is be forgotten. And I've got no qualms with the fact that I look for attention by doing this. Duh, right? No kidding. That's why I do it. But I also provide a service.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So, True. Anything you want to say before we get out of here, Tommy?
I don't know, man. Just keep looking. Hopefully we'll be back in Texas soon, man.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna hit you up again soon, man. Just because I enjoyed talking to you, man. I really enjoy your company, and I'm so happy for you guys. I'm proud of you guys for that album because I don't know, man. I always got to be on the other side of things, and like, this is as close as I get to being in like a successful band. So like, I get to look at I consider y'all my colleagues of sorts. Like I'm so happy for y'all, dude. That record is so good. Even if I'm the only dude that talks about it, which I can't imagine is the case. I'm just so stoked that y'all have a record that's that good, and I get to listen to it. So hell yeah,
thank you, bro. I appreciate it so much, man. Good luck with the next interview you got.
Yeah,
and
with
that fly out one, dude. I'll be texting you about that.
Yeah, bro, it's so ridiculous. But yeah, man, and hopefully I'll see you in March. Honestly, if I can get out there, I will.
Let's do it.
Wife gave me the okay. I just got to figure it out like financially because it's like a 3-day thing, not like a 24-hour thing. So I just got to make sure. I think I can stay with Justin. Probably if I got to talk to him about this weekend, but yeah, so we'll figure it out.
Come out, dude. We'll see there's some good 77 bands playing, man. Honestly, yeah, you could always
that lineup is bonkers.
Delighted,
that lineup is bonkers, dude.
Yeah, dude, I think it's gonna be great.
Hey, everybody's watching this, dude. If you've made it this far, first off, thank you. That's awesome. That's commitment. Second, go listen to this new Slugger. Y'all go by Slugger CA or is it just Slugger?
It's just Slugger.
Okay.
Or California's Slugger.
Okay.
I don't know.
Go listen to Texas's Slugger. We're going to adopt you guys.
Yeah, dude. If Clay's watching this, our Clay. He's going to be stoked. Yeah. He's going to be pumped.
Dude,
Texas
awesome.
Slugger, dude.
Let's go, bro.
I'll take it.
Go listen to Slugger's new record, Dead State. It's on, I know it's on Spotify. Is it on Bandcamp yet?
It was supposed to be. It's not yet. But
okay, it's on Spotify, so you can at least listen to it. Go check it out and run up the numbers on that thing, man, and go share it with your friends. If you like you like fast street punk rock and roll, and you don't like this, then I need to fist fight you, and we'll just figure it out that way. I mean, I'll take a licking, bro. It's all right.
Thank you, man.
Hell yeah, Tommy. Bro, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, even though I ran my mouth the whole time.
You're good, man. Hey, no, it was fun, bro. I just like talking about punk shit.
Me too. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
Anytime. All right, brother. Have a great night, man.
You too, bro. Be good.
Later.